every religion has a teaching of spirituality. That is the inner essential core of every religion of the world. But then there is the outer shell of the teaching, where you have these rites, rituals, celebrations, ceremonies, philosophical beliefs, etc. But spirituality is different. If you miss spirituality, then you are missing everything. Any religion which has lost spirituality is like an empty vessel, empty container. However beautiful it may be gold, made of gold, studded with gems, but empty. The essence, the nectar of spirituality has leaked out.
If we had come in June, then there would be so much fruit, we cannot even pick up all the fruit. So, all these are cherries, chestnuts.
So good. For the students who come, they get fruits. And I saw vegetable also being grown there.
But all these are fruit trees.
Good.
So they are
Very good. Yes. Support of the old age.
जब साधना शुरू की उसके पहले गुरुजी बहुत बड़े बिजनेसमैन थे, बहुत काम करते थे और फिर साधना की तो क्या क्या फ़र्क आया बिजनेस में?
सबसे ज़्यादा तो इनके गुस्से में फ़र्क आया और घर में शांति आने लग गई। सबसे ज़्यादा दो फ़र्क मेरे को एकदम नज़र आए और भी काफ़ी फ़र्क आए व्यापार में, धंधों में, सब में। सब डरते थे इनसे, हम लोग का ऐसी हवा निकलती थी, अभी भी निकलती, पर पहले जैसी नहीं निकलती।
If I can maintain perfect equanimity of my mind, perfect equilibrium of my mind, I don't lose the balance of my mind. This is spirituality. The Enlightened One gave such a non-sectarian path. Anybody and everybody can practice and get the same result. But the aim should be not to get minor benefits out of it. The real benefit is the change of heart. I was suffering from a very severe type of migraine, and every fortnight I will get an attack, unbearable. And the doctors there, they tried many medicines, many painkillers, nothing worked. So they started giving me morphine injection. Every fortnight giving morphine injection, they were worried that I might become morphine addict. So they advised me, you keep on going for your business around the world, forget business and try to get rid of this morphine. Doctors in the West might have some other painkiller which we don't have. So I tried, spent a lot of money, a lot of time in Switzerland, in Germany, in England, in USA and Japan. I was not successful, nowhere. Even migraine far away, even morphia could not be separated. So a friend of mine suggested me that this is a psychosomatic disease. If you take a course of Vipassana, your mind will become purer and this disease might go away. So just to give a trial, I went there. I was born and brought up in a very staunch, conservative Hindu family. For me, it was another religion. What sort of teaching will they have? But just to give a trial. And I found the teacher was such a saintly person when I met him. He was also a government officer, a householder. So just for a trial I went and I found it so good, so rational, so logical, so scientific. No blind faith was involved. And result oriented, it gave result. Within 10 days, I was free from migraine, free from morphine. And I was a very ego-centered person, so all the time very short-tempered. I was making myself miserable, I was making others miserable. So that started changing, and that gave me all the inspiration.
Ik heb eigenlijk een jaar over gedaan om een cursus te doen. Omdat ik dacht, 10 dagen niet praten, dat kan ik niet. Ik dacht echt van, nou, dat kon ik me niet voorstellen dat ik 10 dagen mijn mond zou kunnen houden.
En je was zo bang voor wat er allemaal omhoog zou komen.
Dus wat er allemaal zou gebeuren. Dus ik heb er echt een jaar over gedaan, terwijl ik wel heel zeker wist dat ik het wilde doen. Dus het viel eigenlijk heel erg mee.
Well, initially we start with the observation of the breath, we call anapana. The breath coming in, breath going out, natural breath. Never make it a breathing exercise. Don't try to control the breath. Just observe it. If it is long, it is long. If it is short, it is short. If it is passing through left nostril, right nostril. Develop your faculty of observing the truth pertaining to the breath. As we keep on working, we find that the breath is not merely a physical function. It has got so much to do with the mind also. Because as we are observing the breath, mind starts wandering here and there, some memory of the past, some thoughts of the future, and at times a negativity arises, say anger or aversion or something. Then we notice the breath has lost its normality. It is no more normal. It becomes hard or fast. And when that impurity has gone away, again it becomes normal. That shows the breath has got very strong relation with the mind and the mental impurities. That is why Buddha gave so much importance to observation of breath. Because of small area and because of the truth that we are observing, no imagination is involved, mind becomes sharper and sharper, subtler and subtler, becomes more and more sensitive. Then it starts experiencing subtler reality pertaining to ourselves. Ourselves means the mind and matter. We start experiencing some sensations here, body sensations, different kind of sensations which are there, but our mind was not able to feel. 3 days of this anapana, observing the breath, had made the mind concentrated, made the mind sharp, subtle, sensitive, and one starts feeling the sensation. From the 4th day onward, we feel sensation from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. The entire body, every moment, there is some sensation or the other.
Je bent gelijkmoediger, dat is het belangrijkste wat je hier leert. En dat niet de dingen saai worden, maar er zijn stormen in je leven die iedereen overkomen.
En ook in je relatie.
En ook in je relatie. En je kan dat rustig laten gebeuren. Het is niet zo dat je het onderdrukt. Het leven wordt niet vlak. Maar als er een storm komt, je wordt heel erg kwaad. Het duurt korter. Het is minder heftig. Je reageert in ieder geval minder op de ander af. De woede kan van binnen nog heel erg groot zijn. Maar je leert hoe je dat kunt observeren zonder daar andere mensen mee te kwetsen of op een andere manier mee te schaden.
Within 5 or 6 days, most students, they find the entire solidity of the body gets dissolved. No solidity. Even the sensations that you experience, very gross, solidified, intensified sensations like pain, pressure, heaviness, get dissolved. Mental realities, very solidified mental reality, like some emotion, very solidified emotion. It turns, dissolve. That is the stage, what he wants. The subtlest reality pertaining to the matter, which in those days, without any scientific apparatus, with his own insight, he found out The entire material world, including whatever it is in this body and outside, is nothing but tiny little atoms. He used the word atoms. He used the word kalapa for this. Tiny little. And that also is not solid. Mere vibration. Mere vibration. The entire universe is mere vibration. Mere vibration. You have to reach that stage at the experiential level. If you just accept mere vibration, so what? You don't gain anything. You have to experience. The entire material structure, you start with the gross reality, subtler, 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 subtlest reality pertaining to the matter, which is nothing but vibration, vibration. That stage he called bhanga, everything gets dissolved.
Die Theorie, die daarachter sitzt, so als die in den Diskursen von Goenkaji Wort für Wort, dat heeft mij gewoon aangesproken. Dat was voor mij zo simpel en duidelijk dat je gewoon door niet te reageren de problemen die je hebt opgebouwd weer kunt afbouwen. Dat wat je allemaal al hebt gehad aan ellende en trauma's, dat je dat eigenlijk als het ware kunt verwerken zonder je daar nog weer mee te confronteren. Je hoeft daar niet aan te denken en het weer op te roepen en daar diep in te gaan. Nee, je zit daar gewoon te mediteren en je voelt wat en die pijn is met iets verbonden, misschien uit het verleden en daardoor dat je niet reageert is het verdwenen. Nou, dat vond ik gewoon geweldig.
Whenever a situation arises, we train ourselves just for a few seconds or maybe a minute or so. We observe with open eyes. I'm talking to you and there's a sensation. And I see whether my mind is equanimous with this sensation or not. If I'm not reacting to the sensation, my mind is balanced. Then whatever reply I give or whatever action I take is always positive. It can't be negative. A blind reaction will always have an element of negativity in it. But when it is not a blind reaction, it is an action, always positive.
Ik was bijvoorbeeld een keertje heel erg jaloers. En dat kwam in een cursus continu terug. Maar in het begin van die cursus werd ik daar heel erg door overrompeld. Maar toch was het een hele goede cursus. Omdat ik gaandeweg die cursus leerde hoe ik daarmee om moest gaan. En toen voelde ik ook, dat was mijn derde cursus. Toen dacht ik van nu heb ik het echt begrepen waar het over gaat.
One thing Buddha teaches by this respiration, you are your own master, control over the mind. And not only that, previously one was not aware as to why I am taking some wrong action, why I am breaking my shila. Now with this, as soon as a situation arises and I feel the sensation, oh, it is harming me, then I don't take a wrong action. Because before taking a wrong action, I must have a sensation, and that sensation is unpleasant. I start harming myself. So I don't take that action. So Buddha gave a way how to observe the morality in a practical way. When you are depressed, just accept the fact there is depression in my mind. Don't go into the details of the depression. Depression as depression. And let me see what sensation. Because you become established in feeling the sensation and remaining equanimous with the sensation, you are observing. Sensation, depression, sensation. Sensation is not permanent. Every sensation has the same characteristic, arising, passing away, arising, passing away. It is not eternal. Let me see how long it lasts. Let me see. The depression becomes weaker, 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 passes away. Nothing but love arises, compassion arises. Purity, the mind of purity. Pure mind naturally is full of love, full of compassion. You don't have to do anything. Nature is such.
Zijn kracht vind ik dat hij kan doorgeven wat hij zelf als techniek van de Boeddha, dat hij die aan zoveel mensen kan doorgeven. Dus dat is zeker een kracht die hij heeft. En hij heeft wat wij noemen metta, is zo de liefde en de ondersteunende kracht dat alle andere mensen ook kunnen ontwikkelen op een manier die hun dan weer vooruit kan helpen.
Love. When you come across anybody, whether it's a friend or foe, makes no difference. You just generate love, love, pure love. Pure love has no trace of passion or lust. Pure love is full of compassion. Pure love does not expect anything in return.
In Australië kwam ik in een plaatsje aan wat ondertussen al heel bekend is, Byron Bay. Toch zat ik 's avonds zeg maar op zo'n strand met alles wat je wil om je heen, zeg maar. En merk je gewoon dat je toch op een gegeven moment hebt van, goh, hoe kan dat nou? Alles hier, alle uiterlijke kenmerken van een paradijs zijn zeg maar als het ware aanwezig. En toch is er nu geen geluk, geen gevoel van ultiem tevredenheid of iets dergelijks. En toen kwam ik op de een of andere manier toch tot een bepaald inzicht waarvan ik dacht van nou, als dit het niet is, ja, dan moet het misschien toch echt vanuit mezelf komen. Wat al veel mensen gezegd hadden, maar goed, waar je dan niet altijd gelijk naar luistert.
Waarvan je ook niet weet wat het betekent.
Nee,
wat moet je ermee?
Oké.
Ik ben toch met mezelf.
Ja.
You have to pay. You have to pay 10 valuable days of your invaluable life. Unless you give that, you don't get anything. So that much you have to give. And that gives such a good benefit to them. Initially, a businessman, like me also, I kept on arguing with my teacher. Why 10 days, sir? Why not make it 1 day? You give me and I will practice at my home. Nothing doing. You can't go to the depth. If you want to just calm down your mind, there are many techniques. Even this technique, you just keep on working with the breath. Mind will calm down. Not necessary to stay, have this residential course. But if you have to go to the depth of the mind, at the root level, where impurity arises, multiplies, overpowers you, that is very important, and for that, continuous practice is necessary in a good environment. So when the people come to the center, the whole environment there is so calm, congenial, good for meditation, and then there is no other distraction. From morning 4:30 till night 9:30, they keep on working on it. So that continuity makes them successful.
Well, as you know, in this tradition, we all using Goenkaji's material. So when we become appointed assistant teachers, we are suddenly in a different role. We are now not running around looking after people that they come in time to the hall and stuff as we were doing as managers. But now we are in this very, very wonderful position to be able to actually watch people getting the Dhamma. Yeah, you sit on the Dhamma seat and people come and they have these faces full of fear, full of annoyance, full of impatience, full of unhappiness, and slowly they go through the process of opening up. So stuff is coming up, they have a really hard time, they come crying, I can't do this is too much for me, I have to go home and I was looking forward to this so much. So, well, what is happening, why did you come? How, to encourage them to take the next step, and then they start smiling and being happy and start working again, and again they get into a really difficult spot. And the same story comes again. They can't see the next step.
On the 10th day, we teach the technique how to generate love. When the mind is even little bit of purity is there, then you start generating love. Pure love without a trace of passion or lust. Pure love full of compassion without expecting anything in return. Pure love is one-way traffic, you just give. Buddha does not say that you must believe this, then only you will go to heaven. You don't believe, you go to hell, nothing like that. On the other hand, he says, don't believe. Don't believe because your scripture says so. Don't believe because your tradition says so. Don't believe because many people are accepting it. Believe only when you experienced yourself and you have found that it is good for you and good for others, then not only believe, live that life.
I've seen him in many, many situations. In the center, of course, the center being built up slowly. Back in Bombay, I had to go to his office sometimes when he was still working with his family members in the business. And seeing him in America, in Japan, everywhere. And I just feel he's getting stronger and stronger, and his metta is getting stronger and stronger. And I mean, sometimes he has been so seemingly so old and weak that I said, oh God, I have to go to get a course. Who knows how long he will still be with us. And then half a year later, or at the end of his own course, when he's sitting, he's just flowing with energy. And he keeps telling his plans, and I keep saying, but Goenkaji, this, oh yeah, and then we will do this, and then, you know, maybe this can be done. I said, but Goenkaji, the time, the money, the people power involved, it's not possible. Oh, Dhamma will take care. If it's supposed to happen, it will happen.
Leaders, political leaders, business leaders, and executives, government executives, administrators, coming to the courses, such a big change comes in their life. So the government of Mumbai, Maharashtra, is giving 14 days leave with pay to all their officers to go for Vipassana, because they find a good result, because the capacity to work increases, right decisions, quick decisions, and healthy decisions, having very good relation with the public. And similarly, other governments, state governments have started doing that. Heads of the business people are coming. For the prisoners, research were done in the scientific way, and good results came, and that is why Government of India has given a notification, every prison of India must have Vipassana. We can't give teachers, the demand is so much. I have trained about 700 teachers, and yet the demand is so much, and we can't go.
Well, beginning with our children, how and at what age would you begin to inspire and instruct children?
Before birth. Pregnant women are coming to the courses because they understand now, when they meditate and learn how to generate love, compassion, those positive vibrations, the child is getting those vibrations.
Being able to help people to get Dhamma is like, there's nothing better than that. So I can help people to get the best thing they can get in life. And to be able to do that is just fantastic. So to me, again and again, it's like a miracle. A course, people come together, 50 people, 100 people who don't know each other, 10 people serving who don't know each other, and it works again and again.
It takes time to train somebody to become a teacher. It is not just taking 1 or 2 courses and becoming a teacher. It takes long time. There have been cases, of course for me it was 14 years, because I was also engaged in my business and other social responsibilities. But I find people are quite capable of becoming assistant teachers, not full teacher, in about 5 years or 7 years. And then as they keep on teaching, again further with their experience and the more training given to them, and then take longer courses, not only 10-day course, 30 days, 45 days, 60 days, and they get more and more established in Dhamma so that they can explain things properly with all the metta. And this will grow even if I am not there. Dhamma is there. It has now arisen, people are getting benefit, and there are so many centers, so many teachers who are now, they will continue from generation to generation. So long as they maintain the purity of the technique and purity of the management. They don't make it a commercialized commodity. Dhamma should never be made a commercialized technique. Buddha was very clear in his words, Dhamme naina vanikchare. Don't make Dhamma a commercial business, commercial livelihood. Nature of impurity is to make you miserable. It was so millions of years ago. It is today. It will remain millions of years ago. And when this impurity is gone away, the mind is pure. Then the pure mind's nature is peace, harmony, happiness. That was so millions of ago. Today, millions of years later, makes no difference. So his words, like a scientist, he says, Buddha or no Buddha, the law of nature is the same. A Buddha discovers this law of nature, finds out this is the law, makes use of it for himself, becomes pure, and with love and compassion distribute others. And the same law is there. People start understanding themselves, they start living a better life, and they live a Dhammic life. Dhamma is to live a Dhammic life, not merely to understand at an intellectual level, not merely to accept it at the emotional level. It is to realize. And this is what Vipassana does.
Toen op een gegeven moment ben ik ook via de 50ers, poëzie daarvan, er zitten veel zen, verwijzingen naar zen in. En zo is er bij een boekje daarover terechtgekomen. En ja, goed, dan zelf is wat geprobeerd. Maar ja, dit is toch even lastig. En toen een keer in een 10-daagse retreat terechtgekomen.
Was dat toch altijd al wel een bewuste zoektocht, of niet?
Nee hoor, dat was gewoon, gewoon een ongericht projectiel.
Ja, echt. Ja, dat vind ik, dat is wat mensen dan vaak denken. Je bent op zoek of is het bewust. Ik krijg steeds meer, hoe meer ik mediteer, het gevoel dat je er gewoon op een gegeven moment ben je eraan toe en dan gebeurt het. Daarom is het ook absoluut niet van belang om mensen te overtuigen dat ze dit moeten gaan doen of zo. Ik denk dat mensen misschien die meer geluk zoeken, ja, in misschien terrassen. Ja, ik heb het ook allemaal gedaan. Terrassen zitten, dat was meer een zoektocht. Ik denk uiteindelijk was misschien meer op zoek op al die terrassen die ik heb afgelopen in Amsterdam. Ja. Dan hier, als we het over zoeken hebben. Ik heb het gevoel dat dit is nu, tussen nu en de dag dat ik sterf, wat ik toepas. En het is heel simpel. Het klinkt misschien wat ingewikkeld, maar het is verder heel simpel. Het lijkt net zoals dat je ademhaalt. Zo doe je Vipassana.
Je hebt nooit twijfel dat je denkt van misschien zit ik er helemaal. Het is zonde van mijn tijd, 2 uur per dag.
Nee, ik vind het zonde van mijn tijd als ik het niet doe.
Even passing away, I'm sure the mind will be smiling. Let it pass away. So what? Death is welcomed every time. Let it come. Because every moment I feel there's a birth, there's a death, there's a birth, there's a death, every moment. So what fear of death? And many of my students who have passed away, they have passed away smilingly, consciously, not unconsciously, not fearfully.
You never fear?
Why fear? Fear for what? One who lives in the present moment cannot fear for the next moment. When the next moment comes, all right, I take care of it when the next moment comes. Why fear now? Now I'm fearless. If next moment comes, I'm fearless. The whole life becomes fearless. And this is why what the students also are learning. Same thing. Cases of cancer, such painful disease. And the terminal stage of cancer, you can understand how painful it will be. And I have seen 2 cases in my own family, smilingly, with this painful situation, they pass away. No, none of them cried. My mother, my sister, they never cried. They never were fearful. And I get news from so many of my students who were in cancer, who passed away. Their family, their relatives are writing us, they passed away smilingly, consciously, fearlessly. If such pain, severe pain of cancer cannot make them unhappy, what else can make them unhappy? So this is the way to live happy. Happily, peacefully, not by sermons, by experience. Sad.